guess I wasn't wrong about there not being any intact buildings around here. Are you able to get inside? Be careful. Someone must have rested here at some stage, but there's nothing to suggest they bunkered down. Try the desk there. Mira, what a thing to find out in the middle of nowhere. I'm amazed it's not completely faded. So, I'm pretty sure the guy on the right is Bisabuelo Javier. Even without the head, the suit's a dead giveaway. And his younger friend must be our RS. The date isn't too far off the one in the shotgun, at least. This is weirdly familiar. I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Let's go back to the Casa Grande. There's a century's worth of old photos and newspaper clippings in Javier's study. Maybe we'll find something that jogs my memory. The landform looks like the one around where they used to water the cattle back when open grazing was still practiced. It's along the arroyo, but I'm not sure where exactly, and I don't recognize the shrine. Take the photo with you and we can try matching it to your surroundings.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I got a call from the lab while you were wandering around Bosque Alto. As I suspected, the blood samples didn't turn up any DNA. It was always going to be a long shot, if you'll forgive the pun. Anyway, I sent the shotgun itself to a gunsmith to retrofit and reassemble. I want you to have it. You didn't have to go out of your way to help solve this mystery that has nothing to do with you. But you stepped up. I know, it's a bit macabre to use a dead man's weapon, but, look, we're conservationists. Waste not, want not should guide us. I doubt RS would mind whoever he was. Unless you'd rather it ended up in a museum. Didn't think so. I've asked my cousin to leave it at an outpost I'll mark on your hunter mate.
Okay, go pick up the shotgun. There's my new shotgun.
I hope it serves you better than it did RS. I've got some more news while I have your ear. Remember those gringo intruders I told you about? Well, my cousin's just texted me. She spotted their pickup truck again on her way home. Actually, not far from the outpost you're at now. But no sign of the intruders themselves. Do me a favor. Head out and jot down their license plate number. And if you do see them, probably best to just turn back. Who knows what they're packing? Eesh. I really hope they at least turned off the engine when they went hunting in this thing. And that's the crappiest shooting range I've ever seen. What does the plate say?
Biden, just like everything else.
Baden. Texas Lone Star State. Oh, God. I can feel your mood worsening from here. You've had more than a couple of run-ins with these guys before, no? I'd love to tell you I'd never heard of them, but their reputation extends to these parts too. Well, at least the plate makes them easily identifiable. So the, targets are all intact, which means one of two things. Either they're just terrible shots, or something else caught their attention. Let's remind them they're not alone out here, why don't we? Shoot down a couple of them. It's an excuse to try out that new shotgun if you have it on you.
I don't have it on me, but I'll shoot.
There. That's as gentle a warning as they're gonna get out here in the borderlands.
Hello. Just wanna shoot 'em all. Straight. Okay, return to the hacienda. So,
The study's next to the room you're staying in. The furniture in there is uncovered. I was actually planning on moving most of it out to make it into a second guest bedroom. Any day now. Well, it's probably for the best. Because this time you're definitely not going to be able to avoid rifling through things. Mom will forgive me. I hope. So many places to hide something. Take it one by one, and we'll see if anything jumps out. A souvenir from my great-grandparents' trip to Germany. My bisabuela was a surprisingly mean shot. These trolls, they're a good deal less scary in miniature, no? A couple of family members were in New Zealand around the time they filmed the first movie. I'm still amazed they got these plates over in one piece. Bisabuelo Javier was a big travel buff. He used to steal all the towels from the hotel rooms we stayed in. He'd be like, "It's covered by the room fee." He was a good man. A bit eccentric, but it was part of his charm. This is more like it. Let me take a look. Raúl Soto del Bosque. Raúl Soto, R.S. Javier's little brother. Of course. I should have known. I've heard the stories a million times. They never found his body. Raúl was a bit of a hothead, if you'd believe the reputation he had. A young intellectual. You know the type. And Javier was the last person to see him alive. But did he go join the Villistas? Or maybe he had a target on his back. Us Sotos were a pretty influential family around here before the revolution. Javier and Raúl's dad would have had the ear of the local cacique, the mayor in the pocket of the federal government. Favors for favors, you know. But then, everything was shook up. I heard that when they reported the disappearance, the police, or what was left of them around that time, practically laughed in their faces. They knew Raúl better than his own family. Said he was probably out fighting with some bandits. But then why would he leave his shotgun behind? And how did it end up in that logbook 6 feet under the ground? We're clearly not done with this mystery yet, but at least we know the major players now. Let's try finding that shrine.
Okay. Let's see what that other mission is. Reach. Fast travel right up here.
This is around where I think the area in the photo might be. You're gonna have to do some scouting again. This looks familiar. Keep your eyes peeled for the shrine and the curve of the hill behind it.
Look at the photograph. Look at the area in the photograph. Can't remember everything. I wish I did. I've done all these missions before. It's just been a long time. Didn't think I'd ever be doing them again, but guess I am. Back when I find it. Back when I find it.
Over on that hill. That's definitely it. 100 years of dust storms and summer monsoons have changed it surprisingly little, I have to say. A ver, let's take a look around. Not superstitious, but this place is giving me an odd feeling.
Okay, guess I found it. Didn't have to go far.
This frame doesn't look all that old. Let me try to translate. Someone plunged a knife deep in my side. Did he know why? I don't know why. Maybe he knew. I never knew. Ay, Dios. I recognize this. Let me think. That novel about the revolution. Los de abajo, the underdogs. It was Javier's favorite. This looks like it's been torn straight out of it. And the frame was probably placed here a lot more recently than the grave marker was erected. He wanted us to find this. Maybe there's a clue in the book itself. Let's head back to the Casa Grande one last time. I think we're close to wrapping this up.
Okay. Can't go in there. Okay, back down here. Where's it at? I forget. There it is.
Hey, you remember where the bookcase is, right?
I guess.
Right where we left it. ¿Qué es esto? A secret passage. Right under our noses this whole time. I trust you have a flashlight.
Yeah, I got a flashlight.
Be careful on those stairs. I have to say, I was half expecting a chupacabra to jump out and drain your blood. This is a relief. Anything on the desk? White neckerchief. This looks just like the one Raul was wearing in the photo. Diary. Javier's? No. It's Raul's. But this explains a lot. I've been the older brother myself, and I dread to think what my sisters had written about me in their diaries. But it bled over into politics for Javier and Raul. In the middle of a civil war. And then Javier took the gun, and when we found it, there was still blood on the stock. And Raul's things are here. They must have had another altercation. One that didn't end well for Raul. I still can't believe it. My bisabuelo was a bit weird, but doing this to his own brother? It makes me second guess our whole relationship. It's a lot. I think he wanted us to find this. Not just so we'd know the truth, but to show us that he did love his brother. Despite everything. It just hurts me knowing that he took a secret like this to his grave. Hey, listen. I owe you big time for helping us out with this. Thank you, really. You're welcome to stay on the ranch as long as you'd like. In the meantime, I'm going to do what I should have done ages ago and get in touch with my family. Let them know what you've discovered. Talk soon.
Okay, I guess I'll be back when he contacts me.
¿Qué onda? I hope you're keeping yourself busy. I just got off the phone with my mom. I told her about the changes we've been making here and what we found. And I apologized. Me, stubborn little chava. Well, there's a first time for everything. I said I wasn't trying to stumble over the ranch's history and that I want them. I want my family on board with me. There's one thing Javier and Raul's story has taught me. It's that these kind of feuds aren't worth it. Whatever the reason. But yeah, now that that's done, we're looking to the future. And I wanted to ask you a favor. I'm sure you've noticed the scaffolding above the entrance to the Casa Grande. We repainted the entire thing recently, but it still needs some finishing touches. One thing that's been on my to-do list for ages is coming up with a more search engine-friendly name for this building, so prospective guests have an easier time finding us. La Casa Grande is fine, but it's a bit impersonal. Plus, there's tons of them in this state alone. Well, my mom had a great idea. How's your handwriting? Not to worry. I asked my sister to drop by some stencils and paint while you were out hunting. She left them in the kitchen. Can you fetch them and head over to the archway at the Casa Grande's entrance? Oh, I won't spoil the name. You'll see soon enough.
Okay, I believe this is the final thing to do in Rancho.
There we go. And don't forget the brush.
I didn't forget it. I think we're done with Rancho del Arroyo.
Steady now. Nice and even. Couldn't have done a better job myself. We wanted something that had a story behind it, that evokes the history of the ranch. Raul didn't deserve his fate. Even Bisabuelo Javier would have admitted that. This is our way of honoring him. Oof, I think you're due a break now. Thirsty work, even in November. You know, I'm already a lot more optimistic about the future of this place than I was just a few short weeks ago. And a lot of that is on you. It's not going to be easy, and I expect we'll hit a few bumps on the way. But with my family backing me, I'm optimistic that we can turn around Rancho del Arroyo. Create a biosphere reserve that all the weird and wonderful creatures of the desert can thrive in. We owe it to the people who fought to make our land better. I'll leave you for now, but keep your eyes on your hunter mate. I'll contact you if there's more work to do. I can't let you off the hook that easily.
Right now, if anything comes up, I'll let you know. guess we'll move on unless something else comes up. I'm gonna hang out and open up the whitetail zones because this is probably where I'm gonna do my whitetail grind. But I will see you on the next one.